Your money or your life? You're smarter than you look.
I promised I would bring you some hilarity today, and this just might be the most delicious self-own by a SJW in history.
It's a lot of fun, a whole day. Stop! Oh! 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 Ow!
I mean, that includes the no girl. That includes Trigglypuff. That includes all of the great memes in the past 10 years. This is perhaps the greatest meme in history. To bring you up to speed, Akilah Hughes, a SJW who had a meltdown when Hillary Clinton lost in 2016, had filed a false DMCA takedown against Sargon of Akkad, claiming that a video he made was not in fact fair use. She lost that lawsuit spectacularly, I may say, a huge win for fair use for the entire platform. Then she lost another lawsuit in which Sargon of Akkad sued her and won for legal fees, something that only happens in lawsuits of spectacular loss, meaning if it's like a hard fought, you had some merit to your suit, you're probably not winning your legal fees back. But Sargon of Akkad, BTF, owed her so badly that the judge awarded him $40,000.
I know what you did. You're a damn terrorist. All right, just get the hell out.
Akilah Hughes is broke, has been broke for a very long time. Her YouTube career is dead, and the penny she makes doing some voice work and things like that isn't enough to sustain her. So, in a fight she started, she has now begged fellow SJWs to pay the lawsuit. And they did it. Essentially, thousands of SJWs put their parents' money together to pay Sargon of Akkad, somebody they hate. Smash like if that's not the best, most amazing tale you've heard in a long time. Disappointingly, though, the money largely came after YouTube golden boy Casey Neistat retweeted Akilah Hughes, who, in my opinion, is just using BLM to pay her bills. I write Casey Neistat, YouTube golden boy, retweeting somebody who abused the DMCA system, filed and lost a lawsuit to suppress fair use, and then went on to raise personal funds under the guise of BLM. Akilah, who's writing $25,000 in just a few hours, we're going to blow past these legal fees, and then it's off to raise tons of money for BLM bail and defense funds. Suck on that. Notice that it's after the $40,000 you need for yourself. Only after you take care of the money, a self-imposed debt by being a copyright troll, are you worried about BLM? But that's how she got her followers to give her money. Isn't that hilarious? We saw on Saturday night Bill Burr talking about how, white women push themselves to the front of the line of the woke movement, and he was certainly correct in that. But let's not forget the grifters that are standing on BLM for personal profit. People like Akilah Hughes, people like Talcum X, people that use this movement for money and never really cared. I said, keep giving that money to Sargon. And she's trying to spin this haha, I'm going to pay him in pennies. Haha, I'm going to use a BLM check to pay him. So, I don't care. You're paying him $40,000. This is the most hilarious self-own in history. And then she puts new, help Akilah raise money for alleged white supremacist. This alone right here could open her up to another lawsuit. And I, in fact, hope it happens. She goes after YouTube saying, YouTube is letting the alt-right disseminate hate and meanness of black creators. These are just facts. Saying something is a fact doesn't really make it a fact. And I like how, of course, she made sure that she raised the money for herself first. And she says, I'm going to pay it in pennies. Again, totally fine. First of all, she's not going to get $40,000 in pennies in a time of a national change shortage. But I mean, let her dream anyway. All of this is to pay back Sargon of Akkad. Read what she writes here. look how manipulative she is, and these rubes are paying her. It's true. I need your money to help raise money. A Donald Trump appointed judge is ordering me to pay a person I believe is a bad guy legal fees after I sued him for posting a video 100% made of my work without any commentary aside from changing the name of video about me being an SJW. She leaves out the fact. I would never tell people. I don't want people to report this because I want Carl to get his money. I think it's hilarious. But what I think is funny is that she conveniently leaves out the part that she lost the lawsuit. And she lost it so badly that she has to give Carl $40,000. The issue is multifaceted because it mainly revolves around DMCA and copyright law. YouTube's unequally applied standards of said laws for individuals versus corporations, YouTube's lagging understanding of online meanness, and a desire to raise a ton of money for black organizations and bail funds. Do you have a desire? Your goal was $38,912, the exact amount you owed in legal fees. I believe you really have zero interest in raising money for your fellow black people. I have reason to believe, it is my opinion, that you are again standing on the black community to raise money for your personal goal. This was never about raising money for BLM. This is about you, them, your fellow black people paying money for your mistake. Like, there's that meme that's like the hardest pill to swallow, most of your problems are because of decisions you make. That's this. And she goes on to say, based on, again, a Donald Trump appointed judge's determination. So what she's saying is, I lost, but drumpf. This whole thing is actually perfectly crafted propaganda to steal money from TDS deranged people. Based again on a Donald Trump appointed judge determination of the body of work from a said person I don't like.
FBI, open up!
Hi, YouTube. It's Akilah, obviously.
She then goes on to complain that Carl used GoFundMe to raise more than $120,000 to fight the lawsuit in the first place. One that he won, by the way, and one that you falsely started. So it appears income is solely based on raising money off me and my original work. No, again, incorrect. He wouldn't have had to raise that money if you didn't file a frivolous lawsuit. It's so pathetic and sad, but c'est la vie. I'd love to give him a little more money and give way more to black people who he's disparaged in his videos. The whole thing is hilarious. Essentially, to summarize, she effed around and found out. I'm glad. I look forward to Carl getting his $40,000 on the back of other SJWs who also hate him, owning money or raising money in the name of Orange Man Bad. One of the most hilarious victories over a crazy person in history. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.